Welcome to Kiy NY007. Main discussions focus on community, astronomy, things to do with sexuality and spirituality. Halftime. That's a song that Young Thug did, like in retaliation against Little Woody, basically snitching on him and a lot of other people too. What I was going to do is get right into that. The trial should be starting, so I just wanted to maybe jump in on some of the coverage, see if anyone wants to share their thoughts. They are always welcome on my channel, and we'll be getting into it in a minute. Ready to go. Displaying some things that are available for use on YouTube Music. About to drop a line, about to do a verse on this shit. They be. Let me stop. Thanks for the like already. Appreciate it. Oh, shoot. When your claws fall off, what the hell are you supposed to do? The mole was in your crew. Yeah, telling everybody all the business. All these bald-headed bastards shouldn't exist. Running around telling all the business. All right, it looks like the case is still preparing to start, hasn't just yet. You've been running gingerbread girl. What? These blizz. Cut it out. Well, give me the scissors to cut it out. You better cut it out. I know something with you. You better stop wearing red around certain people. How about that? Oh, man. You better stop wearing red. You be killing them when you put that red on. You had a red shirt on. And I was like, I don't think I ever seen Blizz in no red. You like earth colors like me. We like camouflage. We like, you had a red shirt on and you was killing them. That's what. Don't wear too much red around me. That's what. And the other ladies. I'm telling you for your own good. You know what I'm talking about. You had a nice, it was something, but that red on your skin is something else. Save that. When you come do a speaking engagement that I might have to hook up for you or whatever. Yeah, when you want to kill them, put that red on. You're already doing it in the other colors, but that red was something else. Because you wore red again, like you did a live stream like a couple days after, or maybe a few days after that. And somebody in your chat room was saying something about how you was glowing. Something, and I was like, mm-hmm. Because I picked up on it the first time. Yeah, you know when sometimes people got to say something. They don't really want to say it. So they trying to be, polite about it, respectful about it. But yeah, you in red. Got a thing going on. Yeah, you do. I'm coming tonight with the red. Why are you going to do it to us like that? Why would you do that? Oops, these things don't want to stay. All right. I be feeling like Inspector Gadget's redheaded niece. Like, I be doing stuff, creating stuff, and then it just be like messing up, and I look like an amateur, kind of an amateur goofy scientist that I am. Jeez. All right, one more time. I might have to mute up for a second, y'all. Close the door. Something anymore. It'd be funny how there's the greatest hits, and when you start trying to sing it, you realize you don't know the words and need to just shush. Yeah, you're gonna find out with that red on. Better stop playing around. I be peeping it. Yes, sir. Hot like fire running through the streets. Hot like fire. Salute to that. Yeah, y'all. A lot of times I have like certain type of head wrap on or hats, things like that. Try to just accessorize a little bit, y'all. With different ways I wear my hair, and then depending on the weather and whatever else, I think some of our hair has a mind of its own too. I'm like, all right, I mean, I appreciate you here. I'm not bald headed. I have a lot of hair. So sometimes I'd be thinking little things look cute, so I just be trying to do little like cute stuff. Just switch it up. Do you want to see the same stuff all the time? I don't. But I will be branded like with my darkness. Most of the time I like being in the dark, but like having lights. I want to do planetary things with you guys. I'm going to show off the planets and different things that are going on. We have an alignment of the planets again coming up on August 28th. So I'm going to check on the trial real quick, but it doesn't look like they started like they were supposed to. Some people are saying that the jury isn't in today. I'm not sure how true that is. The judge did come in the room and then she came back out. So I'm not really sure what's going on, because I started kind of rushing and like, ooh, I want to see what they say first when they first start. I mean, whatever. But there's 10,000 people up in the piece. No action yet. So what they tend to do too, y'all, if you guys have been following this trial or any trial, they do have to have all the mics turned off. Everything's muted for the press and anyone else so that you can't hear every single thing. And that's usually at the beginning of the trial. So that no other information, could be leaked out or something. Hey, appreciate you coming through. This thing looks so bright in the background. It's interesting. That's how crooked is it? I know, me and my claws on one hand. But anyway, I want to hear diamonds. Feel free to share your thoughts, anything y'all have to say about the trial or maybe something else or anything to do with astronomy. It could be something else too, but I'd be hoping that some people want to come through and share some of your thoughts on astronomy. There's a lot going on in space. If you might be into astrology, if you have an astrological sense of things and you might want to talk about it. Some of my favorite Young Thug songs have Gunna in it, well, at least two. The other one's MGK with Ecstasy. And then knowing that these people ain't really who they was saying they was is weird. It's like a lack of respect. But honestly, even when Gunna came out, I didn't look at him as like, oh yeah, you could tell he about that life. I never felt that way when it came to Gunna. He's somebody that's just happy to rap. He's a good rapper and he likes to wear certain clothes. And some of his sexuality was kind of questioned. I noticed that too. There's something different about the dude Gunna. I don't know how he didn't pick up on a lot of this stuff with people. You can't get into the rap industry or any industry and think that it's cool to just recruit gang members because you calling yourself a gang. You recruiting members that there's nothing militant about them. Nothing. But because, oh, we both rap good. Oh, we cool. Oh, let's rap the same gang. Let's rap. And you see it all fall in their face. Gunna hurried up and got out of there. He's just a good rapper. I think he raps good. And he's got a decent look. He's got a nice style of clothing. The way he dresses, things like that are more important to him. And pretending to like a whole bunch of women, which guys tend to do too. And that's something that we ended up being weary of, me being a female myself. Because you start to find that some people really have hidden, homosexuality, but they put up a front just so that they can seem to be something they're not or fit in better with people. But you out here hurting people and you could be affecting people's health. So it's like, diamonds, it's rough out here. It might be rough out here for everybody. Women, I don't think we make it that much easy on the guys. They tend to think we all want the same thing and stuff. There's a lot of programming. I wish people would just be honest. If you would just be more honest, you would be able to exhale and enjoy life better, and so will the person that will accept you and all that you bring. But you can't get that by lying and just lying all the time. You're being stupid. Stupid ass. I don't care how much red they wear, right, Blizz? They stupid. Oh. So, right, you told me before what you are. You're Aquarius. Yep. Quick fact check because I haven't been in here in a minute. There's truth about Aquarius moon.
I'm going to give you some new ways of seeing Aquarius energy in this video. But as you know, they are the humanitarian rebel. I will say,
That's definitely Blizz. I'm not going to play that. I'm gonna look into that again myself. I like that you brought that up. I really like moons. I remember finding out that there's more than one moon because I heard something before and I was like, whatever. First of all, being a kid, I thought that the moon, each moon when it changed its phase, I thought it was a different moon every time. And I remember someone being like, no, it's always the same moon. I was like, no, this is a totally different moon. Sometimes it's one full pie, and then sometimes it looks like a fingernail. Always like when you bite your fingernail or you peel it off, the crescent. I always compared it to that. And I was like, oh, it's just one moon? Then I realized the way the sun hits it and whatnot. And then later in life, being a amateur astronomer that I am, I looked into other moons. Like, you further out in the galaxy you go, there's more moons, and that blows my mind. But you know, the purpose of the moon too is to help stability with objects around, like other planets, to help the gravitational pull stay right, so we don't have planets bumping into each other and like all this other craziness that could occur in space and never does because it's perfect out there. It's just everything is perfect. Um, I'm gonna check back on the trial in like a quick second. Um, so we're gonna have a blue moon. We're gonna have a super moon. These are moons that come every year. I tend to look forward to the ones in August because we get red moons, the harvest moon. For the Aquarius moon, it'll be special. It's special on two accounts because it's a blue moon and a super moon. Um, the a super, it's rare, a super blue moon. So with the a super blue moon, because there's two types of the blue moon. So we got the seasonal and a monthly. This is going to be a special seasonal moon that is in the Aquarius. Um, how you could see the full moon too will be actually, yeah, you actually it's today. Yeah. So today at around 2:26 p.m. it'll appear full for 3 days. So starting today, thanks for bringing that up, Liz. Around 2:36 p.m. Eastern time. So 11:26 if you're on the West Coast. The moon will be there and it will be full for 3 days. What is the significance of it though? So the astrological meaning of August. Oops. Of oh come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh. So because of it being in Aquarius, like you just heard the woman say, Aquariuses are rebels in humanitarianness. Um, the lunation is in Aquarius, and it's a sign focused on humanitarianism, community driven activities, and group dynamics. Group dynamics is always good to hear because when you hear about leaders, no one wants to stand next to another leader anymore. It seems like they don't want to produce more leaders. You're not a good leader if you don't believe in partnering sometimes. I'm not saying all the time because we all have our own minds, and when it comes to men, most men do have a certain level of ego, and let them have it, but just know how to work together. Think with brother Blizz here, he believes in seeing leadership in other people and encourages it, and that's what we don't have enough of. That's what started turning me off in like the last year or two with leaders that I was listening to. I start to see that it's all about them. It's not about us and we, it's just them. When they do stuff, they want to make sure it's just them that did it. They're the ones. When that's why you still where you at, stagnated like a mug, because you're not pairing up with people. You're not reaching out enough in the community. You're just talking. You're not doing nothing else. How are you community driven when you don't want to be nowhere near a group of anything? Unless maybe it has something to do with money coming in. That's corny. That's trash. Leaders, you are a fraudulent leader to me if you don't have the power instilled in you to instill it in somebody else. There's nothing in space or in the universe that tells you, other than there's only one you, that you're never supposed to link up with other people. That doesn't make any sense. Think about the sky having one star in it. We would adore that one star, but yet we can have a whole galaxy full of stars, full of space particles, other planets, other galaxies that we are discovering now. It wouldn't make any sense. So I like the fact that that this is Aquarius, humanitarian, community driven, and big on group activity. Big on group activity. And some of us are different. Like I'm more of a like loner type of stuff, but I do get it that you should be wanting to advance with other people too, especially like-minded individuals. And if not, you still willing to work with other people to become a little more like-minded with each other so that we can solve the problems. Most problems are not meant to be solved by one person. That's why it'd be taking a long time to get stuff together and organize so that we could solve problems. But it's not about who solved it first, who did it the best, who did it collectively. When are we going to do more? Collectively. Jeez. Also, Mercury is retrograde in Leo, and Uranus is in Taurus, aspecting the super blue moon. So there may be a lot of miscommunications and surprises that will be revealed. So you want to ensure these days now and the days the soon days to soon come that we are not giving misinformation or taking some information the wrong way. So to me, it's telling me this week, particularly starting today, is about clarity. So the more clarity that we have, it'll affect our lives. It'll affect the Aquarius too, and all of our communications. So it's kind of saying be prepared to have miscommunication and stuff, but there will be surprises revealed. I don't look at that as anything negative. If I see anything negative astrologically, I'll tend to talk about how it could make it more of a positive, because I'm not here to just talk about negative. Like, we got enough of that. Like, come on, man, that's garbage. And what we tend to do is put down other zodiacs and big up ours. I do that too, but I don't put down other zodiacs. I just talk about how we're the best. Scorpios. Great leader, great voice. Thank you. Wow, leader. Well, I'll like to answer my question. Well, I didn't see you ask anything, the other person in here. Well, huh? All right, I don't see it. So if you have a question, you could put it in the chat. Appreciate you. What's the purpose of our astrological connection? I'm not exactly sure what you mean, but like with our astrological connection between two people, between a person, or are you saying how does astrology, let me see, connection? Yeah. It's interesting how important moons are. And truth be told, people say people act up more on full moons. There isn't a lot of data to back that up. We always say that, and we be like, oh, it's a full moon, they're going to be acting up tonight. There's no proof of that. I would have fun and run with it too if it was true, but it's not. There's just a difference in the ocean tides that come and go with full moons. So full of the moon is like today and over the last few days, we will get more water, deeper waves coming in. Now, unless that has some type of effect coming in towards the humans, then maybe there's something with that. But other than more salt water going in the air, I don't see like how that would have much of an effect on it. There's really no data to back it up. There really isn't. Wolves howl at the moon. Sometimes I'll howl at the moon. I like to do that. Indians, a lot of our natives cherish the moon, the sun. A lot of things that we take for granted were cherished. And I think we need to cherish it back some more again, too. Because the moon, not the moon, but the sun has been really pissed off. It calmed down on us a little bit lately, but you know, there's a purpose. Oh, I could believe that. Mm-hmm. Thanks for the likes, too. I appreciate them. For some reason, my likes have been removed and views have been stripped down 3 times the amount. So if y'all notice when you come in, don't always look at how many people it says are here because it's not true. There's usually more, and other people have the same issues with their stream. Some. Until you really become a partner with YouTube or get any type of monetization, your numbers are going to be all over the place. So what I've done is not let that be a hindrance. I want to still participate and try to get y'all to participate more. And y'all have done that, so I appreciate it. Some don't always work out, you know, but I guess, you know, that's just how it is. So
Criminal Street Gang, that Mr. Williams.
Oh, they're on finally.
According to,
I'm in vertical mode, so the share screen option is not going to be on, but I think it's better for me to stay in vertical mode.
In addition to Trintavious Stevens, said that Mr. Williams is a member of, in addition to Mr. Walter Murphy, had Mr. Williams allegedly as a member of. There may be others. And then in Mr. Kendrick's statement to law enforcement on October 6th, 2015, he discusses YSL, the crew, the gang. So I think that under Bruton, it's an element of the offense of the criminal street gang as well as RICO that I believe that does not indirectly but directly implicates Mr. Williams. But I'm looking for law on that. But that I do not want to waive that issue. In addition,
well, yeah, just get me some law and we'll take it. Sounds like it's not quite as time sensitive as we thought it was, but we still need to get moving on it. So try to get me the law that would cover that.
in addition,
I'll be having a lot of energy. I would have been whooped little Woody ass. Sneak attack.
Yes, I do want a limiting instruction, and that comes right out of the cases that I did cite, because that statement I cannot cross-examine. Staff cannot cross-examine Mr. Kendrick.
It's like doing it to no music, huh?
And it's confrontation clause, so it does not move the conspiracy forward. So it's not a recognized exception. So the second part of the question was, you have law for
Thank you. You look new too here. Okay. Let's see what's best because this will be a long. I think I'm gonna do a long stream. I'm just gonna let the courts just go ahead and play out. Give some commentary.
Any kind of talk whatsoever about YSL gets included within that or not. But as to sort of the classic, you know, Mr. Williams knew this, which I think is something like that. It was something that we could run to with your client standing alone, y'all just straight on us know what that would be and be able to redact that out. And it's going to be played as a video statement, right? So, right or no?
We intended to ask questions.
Okay.
Versus.
Excellent. That's fine.
And Your Honor, I did that in my motion. I was specific, and I get the timestamp where it starts. And I did it not only for Mr. Williams, but I did it for anybody else that I saw. I did it for Shannon Stillwell. He's mentioned a great deal as well. So I believe that if I missed anything, obviously, I'd like somebody to tell me, but I believe I've already done it. If the state agrees with it, then we need to figure out, make sure that the witness or witnesses know.
Sure.
But other than that, that's been done, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, John.
Yes.
While we're on this topic, just an additional issue. Not only are there Bruton matters, but there's also just typical evidentiary rule matters, such as speculation. At one point, Mr. Kendrick is asked who he thinks may have done this, for instance, and he names some names. That's. sort
Some
of-
names. He was naming everybody named Mama.
Brutal or not, if we're asking about speculation.
Okay, well, it sounds like
Wake up.
it's not gonna be played as sort of a running statement. It's gonna be more targeted questions to the, I guess, investigator that conducted the interview.
Correct.
Okay,
So
so,
that would not be an issue, putting in and trying to redact out.
okay, all right, good.
All right, they about
All
to
right, so
get
let's
started.
turn to some of the
They color
specific
coordinate.
then,
You notice their
evidence
colors?
that's gonna be coming in with these next witnesses. So
I think
There's
they
anything
plan it. I think it's good to
controversial
do
with
it, too.
regard to
All right,
witness Burnett's evidence, right? And everybody else is silent, so I'm gonna take that as a no for everybody else. All right, so Mr. Sledge, there are some, co-conspirator statements from him. We already did his interview, right? Okay. Did we do his jail calls, or do we still need to do that? Maybe I can look at the more detailed, exhibit list that y'all provided to everybody.
Your Honor,
Yeah,
well, discuss the jail calls. I do have one possible issue. I'm not sure how the state plans on doing this. I see what is this, the fifth row down on Mr. Burnett, comparison photo infinity Q5 or Q50 and gas station still photograph. I don't know exactly what that means or how the state anticipates.
To our YSL associates members, and also just as to the point that Mr. Sharp made about the number of videos, the constant cross-examination and sort of rebuttal against this idea that it shows an association, and the nature of the gang is that it's promotional, it's music, it's art, it's something that's not related to criminal street gang activity. So our position on that is unless there's this stipulation regarding that, which we assert that it's relevant to prove, that every time that they argue that a particular video is promotional or it shouldn't be taken literally, they are creating the need for the state to show the jury evidence otherwise.
okay. Do we have a video similar to this one in already?
No.
Do we wanna dispute that and point me to what is?
When you say similar,
She's-
I mean, the state plans.
I mean, not like a music video.
It sounds like they do have some. She's saying they did have videos. She's saying they don't. This is the problem. There's a lack of communication this
Young
whole
man
time.
talking about YSL and slime in a parking lot outside apartments.
My
Are
girl is
they
so drunk. I'm about to be
pointing
quiet.
guns at the camera while threatening to do things in the name of YSL?
I'm being told that guns were pointed in that video.
And is it I don't mean a music
It's
video.
not a music video. It's a video
And who are the people?
They did not know what he's saying.
of,
What
it
he
was,
was talking.
Walter, it was Trontavious Stevens, Lil D, Mr. Williams, Walter Murphy.
But not Buck or Zachary?
Lil D, was
Oh,
that?
I'm about to change
Okay,
that.
so Zachary, I'm being told, was in it. Buck was not in it. I don't know what is important about Buck, to be
Alright,
honest.
if y'all wanna tell me exactly what, exhibit number that is, or give me that to look at, but my inclination is that this sounds different enough and not cumulative, so I can look at it and, I may change my mind, but at this point, I'm overruling the 401 and 403 objections.
We'll get you that.
Okay.
15 is my client's undated Instagram post showing a picture of Mr. Zachary. I believe that's Mr. Zachary, although it doesn't quite look like him. I believe that's him. And he's standing next to a platter of pastries.
Sweeten it up.
So I think that's a relevance objection.
And cumulative, because the association has been shown.
Okay, what does the state say about that?
Judge, we don't have to use this initially. We believe that it could, rebut a particular line of cross-examination, but right now, we won't use it in our direct of Mr. Zachary.
Okay, so there may be some cross-examination about whether they went to a bakery one day, and this might be relevant, otherwise, they're not gonna use it.
And Your Honor,
I'm kidding, I mean, it may be relevant to something else, but who knows? I don't know.
so, it's Mr. Stillwell's post
Right.
of Mr. Zachary. And, his commentary about Mr. Zachary is what we were looking at that was most relevant.
He's commenting by dripping. So he's commenting on his clothes.
Dripping in blood. There's a red jacket that he has on, and that jacket, our argument is that that's what he is referring to.
Okay, well, at this point in time, we're not gonna be using that one. What's next?
16 is fine, no objection.
Okay.
17 is fine, no objection.
Alright, I gotta get some food together. I think I'm just gonna,
18,
I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with the live.
401,
Trim it
403, the association with my client has already been shown. Not sure, that's Your Honor, just so you know, that is Mr. Zachary and Mr. Stillwell, seated behind a bottle of liquor with large amount of cash on there.
So, Judge, this is, part of our indictment talks about the purpose, and I'm gonna just read the language.
Alright, I'm about to change it.
Obtaining money, as associates of Young Slime Life, the defendants conspired to associate together for the purpose, with others for the common purpose of illegally obtaining money and property through a pattern of racketeering activity, including robbery, theft, and unlawful sale of, and distribution of drugs.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is,
I
Mr. Zachary posting, large sums of money with Mr. Stillwell and asserting their unity. One thing about my brew, again, the B replacing the C, we all eating. So he's talking about,
Yeah, we're rolling in the day, we're doing well. Do we have other things that already showed us that are similar? No? Yeah, I don't know, I actually think there was a cumulative argument on this one, it was relevance in 403. Overruled. What's next?
Hmm.
19,
Yeah, it's been kind of nutty. Not kind of, it has been very nutty.
And Bill, we
Oh,
have particular
battery about to die too anyway.
photograph.
Okay. Damn. Now it's raining.
we believe that this is Mr. Zachary, Mr. Nichols, and the third person we're not certain about.
All right, this is showing Zachary and Nichols in the same kind of YSL place with guns showing, yes. Okay.
Your Honor, 403.
So, It does not, overruled. What's next? Okay.
That is who is shown in this photograph.
Earlier, I had mentioned too that, they got a whole bunch of conspiracies going on that, why does this have to be on? That she's giving signals, this prosecutor is giving signals to the judge that she was giving, can you see? She was giving signals to the one in all navy today, navy blue, long braids, was giving all, these signals to the judge. And they're saying she did it with the previous judge, which was Judge, Glanville, just did a thing on it. And the same with this new judge. They're looking at when she rubs her ear, and they have it slow motion where she's rubbing her ear the same time the judge before her was rubbing his ear. And it was like, see, that's when they're doing it. And I watched it last night, and it was a live stream going on, and I'm like, I think people are running with it. Some things, I mean, you could check out, I don't tell anybody not to, just look into it if you want to. But I didn't think that was much to go off of, not just off of that, no. They would be risking so much even playing those kind of games. Are they on mute or did I?
And the main objection is, 4 and 3 on this one.
In relevance, and Your Honor,
Yeah, so you
while
haven't
we're
covered
at
it
it,
up,
Stacy
yeah.
said, brought up a caption. I don't know why that caption would be displayed. That's the words of Lil D. Sure, he's testifying. I guess potentially that could be impeachment, but I don't know why his out-of-court social media declaration would automatically be admissible.
It is the assertion, the public assertion, the fact that it is made publicly to display their dominance. This is 6 days again after Diamond Thomas. We believe that they went out of town into another city following the murder of Diamond Thomas, and an assertion that we are gangster in every city that we go. The fact that you made the post, that you put yourself out there with another YSL member in itself is evidence beyond the words that are spoken.
What rule of evidence would allow an out-of-court declaration by someone who's not, is not a statement of a defendant or a statement of a party opponent? I don't know what rule of evidence. They keep saying, because he's saying they're gangsters.
I
Okay,
assume, is he alleged to be unindicted co-conspirator? I would think that would be the rule of evidence.
This guy, he be the
I don't know
quietest, like, it's like the two
how
women, they.
this would be deemed in furtherance of a conspiracy.
Because it
It's like
shows,
he-
number one, it asserts their dominance, it shows, it asserts their cohesiveness. We are gangster in every city we go. It promotes their, it preserves and enhances and protects their reputation, power, and territory by the posting of messages, images, videos, and songs demonstrating allegiance to the enterprise and a willingness to engage in violence on its behalf. It is literally a line, that I just read is literally a line from the indictment. And so this post itself is proof of that assertion and allegation in our indictment.
All right, I'm gonna, hold my ruling on that, and we'll see what else we've got.
Your Honor,
Yes.
all of these that we're going through, there has to be some sort of foundation. I mean, if Mr. Zachary says, yes, I posted something like that, then that would be bolstering, right? It would just work cumulative. If he says, yeah, I posted that, and this is the reason why, just because it's is in the indictment does not make that assertion credible. So the witness has to testify to all this before it just comes in as an exhibit.
My battery is dying too, and I'm working out some kinks with
That's what I would do, yeah.
new app that I'm working with.
It
So
has to be introduced, that
I
part we
gotta.
agree.
It helps to
But
actually do
not
lives,
that
trying
it's
some
not
things out and
permissible
see
or
how that
admissible
goes
as
too.
an item of evidence just because he said it.
Appreciate y'all.
Okay, so I'll.
Liz, you have a great day as usual. I'll
get
see
hold
you
of on
around.
that one. What's next?
Appreciate y'all.
That's,
Back at
that's all
you.
that social media is.
Okay.
All right, this crazy
All right,
case.
so,
Peace.